The University of Southampton's medical school opened over 50 years ago, and since then we have become a pioneering centre for medical innovation and education.
We're also investing in student entrepreneur societies to make sure that they have access to expertise, to learn how to generate ideas and spin out companies.
I think one of the great things we have here in Southampton is that there's a number of different routes for students to come into medicine, which means students from various backgrounds can access medicine and thrive at our university.
I decided that I wanted to study medicine and become a doctor because I really like the idea that I get to be in contact with patients. As early as my foundation years, I was already on the wards and I was observing how doctors would interact with patients, how nurses would work. That's a real advantage of Southampton.
So we put a lot of value into research and evidence-based medicine. Many of us working in the faculty, myself for example, are active researchers, looking at things that affect rates of health and disease, and so that informs the education that we do.
And so to be able to say that you get to join the doctors or consultants who are trying to create these new innovative ways, it's a really cool experience, and it's really important that we join in with this kind of medical research.
It's not just people who are training to be medical doctors who are in medicine. It's people who are interested in helping the clinicians solve the problem, in helping the patients get better. It's every facet of medicine. We are very interdisciplinary. What that means is that we work with many different disciplines to come up with solutions for the future.
Southampton itself is a world-renowned university which has a lot of experts and a lot of expertise. If you have an idea and you want to do something, or if you have an interest somewhere, there's someone to talk to, and that's what's really nice. So you're given the tools and the resources to go and investigate. So I've done the Masters in Genomics, I've worked here, and now I'm doing a PhD here. I have not a single regret about choosing the University of Southampton. Anything I wanted to do has been supported. Everything I want to do in the future has a support network. And I think that's fantastic because I'm encouraged to create my career the way I want to.
There's many examples of scientists within the Faculty of Medicine who are clinicians. So they do clinical jobs, they see patients, they work in the clinics, and then for part of their time they do really impactful research. They have research groups, they lead programs of research, and then they get students who are young coming back in those labs to learn the trade from them. So there's a really nice kind of circular way of looking at it, in that the students get trained and then in the future they can start to become those research leaders. And we really encourage that. We build an atmosphere to enable those people to feel positive about making a difference to patients' lives in the future through research.
They make you become your own independent self. It's not like an environment where you're being micromanaged to do stuff. So I think these are really important things. Flexibility and just giving you your space while giving you the right mentorship. When I started, I wanted a career in research, and here I am, and I have achieved that.
It's about inspiring the next lot of students to come in and say, I can do that. Seeing it and being it is sort of where that fits, so they can see that a medical student can, for example, can go through to being a business leader. And I think, nowadays everybody's aware that you can have portfolio careers. You don't necessarily need to just be a doctor or just be a research scientist. There are now these combinatorial careers, and that's what we're really preparing people for.